Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs and Fuego, where we are interviewing, we're following the path of entrepreneurs here throughout the Valley. We're creating this incredible digital workbook.
It's really cool.
For entrepreneurs.
It's really cool.
So I have with me the very distinct pleasure. What? Let me tell you something about you. What kind of law do you practice? Amy Mendoza, what kind of law do you practice?
The kind of law where we try to keep people out of court. We don't want to go to court. We want to keep families and business owners out of court and out of conflict.
See, that's what I need. I need an attorney like you.
You do.
Yeah, I do. I need an attorney like you so that they can keep me out of trouble.
Right.
That's what I need.
Yes.
And before trouble starts, that's what you do.
Right. Designed to keep you out of court and out of conflict. Yeah.
How long have you been an attorney?
2012 is when I got my license. That was coming out of a 15-year career in technology, believe it or not, in corporate America.
So you're in corporate America in technology, no less. What are you doing in technology?
Well, I did, you name it, I did it in technology. I did web design, I did project management, I was the person on the server fixing it when it broke, all those things. But then in my first year of law school, I was working the day job in technology and then going to law school at night.
But before then, though, I mean, there must have been some event that made you decide, you know what, maybe this corporate America thing is not for me. I got to get my own thing.
Yeah, it was cancer. That was what made me change my mind.
What happened?
I was diagnosed with cancer while I was in law school, and it made me just kind of rethink my whole strategy in life. Was I really enjoying what I was doing? You know, maybe I was making great money, but was I really feeling like I was making a difference in people's lives? Was I doing the right things for people? Was I, fulfilled? And the answer was no. So I had to cut ties with that career and do something on my own.
What were you doing when you found out that you had cancer?
I honestly had no clue that anything was going on with me. I was in just like a regular checkup, and then my primary care physician happened to be like amazing. You actually kind of remind me of him. Yeah, you do.
I play a doctor on TV, right, Tom?
Did you just get a good night's sleep at home?
Right, I play a doctor on TV, so you might
Believe
be
correct. Believe it or not, you do kind of remind me of him. And
handsome guy.
Exactly. Yes.
Obviously.
Very distinguished. Well put together. Just kind of So.
And so you had no clue.
I had no idea, and he looked at my leg and he said, "Amy, I think something's wrong." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And hence the biopsy. And I was like, "Whatever. If you need to do a biopsy, do what you."
Did you have any symptoms prior to
Nothing.
that? Nothing. So you had no clue.
Yeah. So it was kind of shocking, but sent the biopsy off, and then it came back and said, "Yeah, this is cancerous. We need to rush you into, some surgeries or whatever." Lo and behold,
just like that. I mean,
yeah, and I was lucky because the whole time that I was going through this, the doctors were telling me you were a couple months away from really extensive damage, needing really extensive treatments, and I slipped by those things. So I was real
just because of the regular checkup.
Yeah.
And this is what year, more or less?
2006.
So that just changed your whole life right there.
Yeah. I said, you know what? This is one life. You got to figure out what you want to do that's going to make you feel fulfilled and make a difference in people's lives and change course. I mean, it's time, So I did.
And so you finished law school.
Yeah.
You got your license in law school.
Yeah. Then I started looking around, right? Because I wanted to solve problems for people that went through what I went through, really, and see how I could better serve the community that wanted to go out on their own in small business and they wanted to, have their affairs in order. It's another side of kind of what we do because that scared me into getting my affairs in order. So I looked around at the different firms to see, where I could work that would help me feel as though I was doing that. And there was literally no place that I could feel that sense of, being able to help people and guide people in the direction that I needed to go in. So
you wanted to marry some type of social consciousness.
Yeah.
And a do-good mentality or philosophy with the law.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anybody out there, and I'm sure there are, to be sure.
Of course.
But there wasn't anybody that kind of just,
No.
that's the company that I want to go.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
wound up doing your own.
Doing my own thing. Yeah, open my own doors. And it's been a great success. And really, I think that once you get a taste for what it's like to follow your passion like that, you can't stop. I'm launching another business in the first quarter of next year, and it's kind of evolving into more and more that I can see that people need and I can help them with and feel great about doing it. It's kind of like what you're doing here. It's the same,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We have all these amazing entrepreneurs that come through here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, the fact that this show is unscripted, sometimes when I seem surprised by some information, I'm genuinely surprised. I mean, I haven't researched this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I should sometimes. I suppose. Who knows? Yeah,
It's better off the cuff.
It's better off the cuff,
Yeah.
because then we can get to know your story.
Right.
That surely is not the first thing that comes out of your mouth when you're interviewing a client,
Right.
Or a prospective client.
Right.
And they don't know that about you.
Yeah.
And they don't know the fact that you had to go through, it's just an incredible life-changing experience to
Right.
be the person who you are today. Now, to be sure, you were an amazing person prior to that.
Of course.
It's without question.
I mean, really.
Oh. But it just completely
Yeah.
took you to a
Right.
much higher level.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you point out that people don't know that about you when you're talking to them. I found one of the coolest things that I can share with anybody that's trying to start their own thing is to figure out what that story is about you, because there's something that led you to that point. It's kind of why you're doing this whole interview series, right? It's amazing to talk about that story. And if you do talk about that story to your clients, the right clients are going to find you, the ones that connect with that, that story about you, and they're going to want to come and see you, and the rest will just work itself out. It really will.
And in many sense, you have to be kind of a talk show hostess, really, when you're talking to the client, because you want to find out what their story is and how best you can help and how best you can fit your own experiences into their goals and objectives.
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It's a great way to be able to, the human element of what a lot of people do, especially lawyers. Come on. It's just really kind of, whatever. I wanted to say suit and tie, but you're in a suit and tie, so I felt like I couldn't say that.
I dressed up because we have 100 guests that just happened before you. You're the 101st guest, so I had to look the part. Shit, sometimes it's just t-shirts.
Right, right. But you want to make that personal connection with people, because at the end of the day, we're all people. So you want to share that story and bring in the clients that are going to connect with that.
Has there been one client that stands out in your experience thus far that you were able to help that changed that particular client's life?
Yeah. Oh, there's been quite a few, and
I'm sure.
We always say this, we absolutely adore the people that we work with, because we feel like we kind of attract those people that are really best suited for our firm. And, I have a particular client right now who, when you have a friend that's going through something, like I'll tell you I got cancer, and you don't really know what to say to somebody. Right. You don't want to mess it up or say the wrong thing or make them feel uncomfortable or whatever. Sure. I had a client that I did a plan for, an estate plan for she and her husband beginning of this year. And she called me a few weeks ago, and told me that she had been diagnosed with cancer herself.
Oh, my goodness.
And you get those feelings of, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And instead of feeling like I was trying to figure out what to say at that point in time, I felt useful in that situation for the first time, because what I was talking to her about was something that she really had peace of mind about, and she knew that we had addressed her concerns and planned for this event and could get things in order for her. And it wasn't it was a wonderful feeling, because I felt as though she had that kind of peace of mind around the situation.
And that's exactly what we're talking about when we started this interview, is the fact that you were able to relate to that individual on a very personal level first. Then your attorney antennae kicked in. Right. And you're like, I'm glad we did this a few months ago. You're my friend, you're my client. And I am glad that I was able to provide this legal assistance for you.
Yeah. And it feels good to be the one that someone calls in that situation, you know, to have that conversation and then, you know, not to feel like I'm just trying to figure out the right words.
Things fly around here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is your little gift.
It's like the hibachi table with the, you know, they throw the shrimp in you. Do you guys have shrimp you're going to throw? I can catch the shrimp.
You gotta ask Tom. He juggles. So
Oh, that's right. Yes.
he juggles. So you never know. Do you juggle?
I don't. I should. I am one of the 95% who believe that I can.
You and I are gonna have to take this guy's
I'm ready.
juggling class or
Let's
something like that.
Let's do a workshop.
Yeah, a juggling workshop.
Yes.
See, that's why. Now I know. That's why the attorneys get paid all the big bucks because they're paid to think. A juggling workshop. Tom, write that down, baby.
Yeah.
Write that down. And that's of course Tom, our phenomenal videographer.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
If you ever need a photographer, this guy can.
I actually, yeah, that's wonderful.
He's very affordable.
We'll do the juggling workshop. We'll do it as a fundraiser.
Can you
Right?
just stay here
Yeah.
the rest of my life?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
just giving me all these
Right?
amazing ideas that I'm like, why am I not thinking about this?
I mean, because it's more than juggling, it's believing in yourself, right? That's the root. Tom taught me that. That's why he's so amazing.
Because
Yeah.
95% of people in the United States can juggle, they just do not believe that they can.
Right. And I think we can extract that to the rest of things that people don't believe they can
And
do.
I can probably have some kind of line that would tie in the juggling with your business, but I'm not going to do that.
Right. That would be too suit and tie.
That would be too soon
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
But we're going to close it out with actually a little gift for you.
Oh, they're so nice.
And these are the virtues that our entrepreneurs have: simplicity, discipline, humility, kindness, and honesty.
Oh,
And because you are a guest
very
of our, and
touching.
let me tell you something. I mean, your story is fascinating.
Thank you.
I just love it. It's inspirational, and that's the cool thing about this show is because somebody watching your interview right now, even your own clients, that might not know the entire story, the fact that you can juggle, but you're going to learn.
Already know how. Just haven't executed it, right?
Do it. All these little things, then they say, wait a minute, I can relate to that. I think I can be that. I can aspire to be that.
Yeah.
Even if I had this setback, and it could be a medical setback, it could be a financial setback, any type of setback, I can do it. You're my hero, man.
Aw.
You are.
You're my hero. Look at this place, man.
Oh,
this is amazing.
This is yours. Thank you so much.
You
This
have
is-
juggling workshops and everything. I mean, why?
Yeah,
This is
we
awesome.
have a juggling workshop that's coming up. It's on our website. I'm sure by the end of the day it'll be posted.
Right. Sometime next quarter, right?
Yes.
Next quarter.
And with that, let me juggle this. We're out.